All right. Stream, basically, another one of these FPV out projects, right?
Mhm.
Is DStream, this new project that basically um, was made by racers. They wanted to have a solution so that if you have 8 DJI racers at the field, but you can see them all at once in an easy to use solution. So
Mhm.
basically, this is a file you run on a PC, and then you plug all the different goggles into the PC, and it will load them
Wait,
all.
like with USB hubs?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then it will actually go through and assign them each their own ports and then mount them on a local stream, so that you can then go into OBS, find each of the separate streams, and then line them all up like you want them. And you've got all your 8 goggles like hanging out. And it's 8 because that's the limit of ports. Like that's how many ports can be opened for the way the goggles work.
Wow. That's really impressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. Great, but how do you time the DJI Racer S1i FPV? You got to figure out the timing solution yourself, unfortunately. But yeah, being able to see 8 feeds at once without any kind of, like, the way that I had thought about doing this in the past would be that you would have an HDMI capture card, right? And you would capture the HDMI, you would do a USB to HDMI to USB capture, and then, but man, HDMI capture, number one, they're expensive, especially these days, minimum $100, maybe more, and running, oftentimes the computer will be doing encoding of the video, and so it's very processor intensive to run OBS with an HDMI capture card, never mind 8 of them. So the idea that you can just capture the stream, not have to do any, presumably not any like remuxing or re-encoding, and just, that's amazing.
I literally just bought a capture card. I'm digging into it. Like the only capture card I found that can record video on its own encoder on the card is the HD60, and that's it. Like every other card, even the ones that claim they have an encoder, like actually make your computer do work for the video encoding. So this is a great solution for people because you kind of get them all together.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's free and open source. Just, well, I guess you need an 8-way USB hub. Dang. That's really slick.
As many USBs as you can get, this will work. So you might make sure you use a good hub because throughput's going to be pretty high.
Yeah, that's a good, but you're going to definitely want like USB 3.0 or Thunderbolt or something. Yeah, that's an interesting insight though, because I've done live streaming with DJI before using an HDMI capture card and the smart controller, and my laptop has struggled. It's not a high-end laptop. I wonder if I was using the DigiView project, would I do better because it doesn't have to, I mean, maybe OBS still is doing some kind of muxing or re-encoding, but
it depends on which is like more intensive, like what's coming in on each stream probably. And I guess, I don't know. I would say it's probably better to run DigiView because you're deciding the stream that the goggles are giving you.
Correct.
Like you're encoding it like live through the DigiView thing and you're choosing how to do it versus like the HDMI is just sending you like, hey, here's what I got. So
yeah. Anyway, really cool project. If you're into DJ, that's the thing, as the chat is pointing out, okay, cool. Now we can run DJI races. I mean, that was what DVR was one of the things that was missing, but now not a lot of racers running. Johnny 5 has left the chat.